Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari. Oh, yes, he's setting it up. Hare Krishna, everyone, please settle down. Now we have 10 devotees to sit around the yajna, I believe, or maybe more. I'm not sure. You're also joining us. How many altogether? Oh, look, I'm on the screen. That's going to work. Rupanuga. There's four ladies. We have to make room for the ladies. Maybe the ladies should sit here. I don't know, whatever, or there, somewhere. There's at least four ladies. Get tight. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So I'll just run through the program briefly this morning. Of course, at 10 o'clock-ish, here is the London Mellows, Soho Mellows, whatever you call it. We have a little silence, please. Shanti, you can take that away. Take that whole thing away. Put it in a cupboard somewhere. More space. Yeah, there's going to be a Kirtan festival during the day. Ladies, I presume, are going to sit here. I don't know if there's... Alexander's here. Any other ladies for initiation? Not arrived. So we're going to start now. We'll be handing over to Adi Guru in a few seconds. He's going to start the actual proceedings with the usual, don't eat those bananas. Well, the usual proceedings, neck beads will be placed on, and oh boy, I didn't get that together. Sorry about that, it's a bit late. Maybe someone can help get the neck beads out of here. They're in the bag. Quickly. Bag, just. But we have to give. Whose is that? That's. Okay, this is Wei Jun. Where's Wei Jun? Put that on Wei Jun's plate. Whose bag is that? It's got the name on it. Pardon? Krishna. I don't know what it is. It's Krishna. I don't know if she's not here. Next one. Himanshu. Where's Himanshu? Put his neck piece on his plate. Next one. Wait for. They're not here yet. Is he here?
1, 2, 3. Put them on the plate.
Is Krishna here? Oh, there you are. She is here. She's arrived. Krishna.
1, 2, 3.
And who's next? Emma is right here in front of you.
You're going to have to move one up. One up, yeah.
Neha?
Everyone.
Who's that?
Move one up, yeah.
Who's that? Who's that? Oh, it says on the bag. Right. Emma. Put it on the plate.
More.
Put it on your plate.
Much more.
Huh? Hey, she's not here? Okay, Adi Guru Prabhu. There's one, I think, I don't know, how many devotees here? One,
There's
two, three,
one-
4, 5, 6. Somebody's missing, I think, on the men's side.
Okay, you need to take off your socks. Take off your socks.
Wait.
Take off your socks.
Wait!
Can you?
There's only one way, June.
You need to move forward. Wei-jun's going to sit where you are, and you three move forward. Wei-jun, you just there.
There's one more lady to come.
Acha.
I may have to sit behind, I don't know.
You need to face into at the moment.
At this moment, you have to face that way.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hands up who's on the yagya today.
Somebody's missing. Any just went through. Pardon? Who? Some other man is missing? Himanshu Prabhu's here, yes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? Wow.
Okay, who are you first? Are you first or second? Pizza there. Where's your neck? Pizza, you first or second? First, they should be on the plate.
I can't get wherever.
You put them on too early. Who is your helper? You have a friend?
Okay, we're going to start
Take
now
'em
with
off.
the. I'm over to you, Adi.
Hare Krishna. We're just going to chant some introductory mantras to invoke auspiciousness and to connect everything to the Lord. This destroys the illusion that anything is separate from Krishna. The fire is Krishna, the grains are Krishna, the bananas, the guru, the devotees, the ghee, everything is Krishna. So we're gonna Om Yam Brahma Vido Vedanti Pare Pradhanam Purusam Tatanye Vishvatkate Kadanam Ishwaram Ba Tasmai Bigno Bignashaya Om Madhavo Madhavo Vachi Madhavo Madhavo Ridi Smaranti Sarva Sarve Sarva Kareshu Madhavam Om Tad Vishnu Paramang Padam Siddha Pashanti Suraya Deviva Chaksu Atatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyago Jagrivam Sa Samindate Vishnu Yat Padamang Padam. Now we're going to worship Vishnu in the 10 directions. Did you know that in the Western compass there's 8 directions, but in the Vedic compass there's 2 extra ones, up and down. And in each of those directions, there's a form of the Lord. So we're going to offer some offering to them 10 directions. Om Krishna Vai Sachidananda Grahana Krishna Adipurasa Krishna Purushottama Krishna Hakamati Mulam Krishna Saha He Sava Karayaha Krishna Nakasham Krishna Adisha Mukha Prabhu Duyana Krishna Haristasmin Ajanta Bhayayan Mangalatu Lavate Kriti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And now the final part of the this part of the ceremony is that we're going to do Archaman to purify our consciousness, body and mind. So you all have an Archaman part. Who doesn't have one? We've run out of, this is for you. This is empty.
There's one.
This is, we just need some water in that one. Quickly as well. We could share a bit of that one. There's a big one. Just share a bit. Okay, so very quickly, let's get through this. Hare Krishna. So, you take the spoon in your right hand first, and you put 3 drops of water, or a little bit of water on your left hand. Then put the spoon down, take it up with your left hand, some drops of water on the right hand, and then you put 1 drop of water in your right palm. look at that water, chant, repeat after me. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Sip the water. And 3 drops on the right hand and another. Hold the water. Vinay. Om Narayana Namaha. Hare Krishna. Hold the water, look at the water. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Please repeat. Om Apavitra Pavitrava Savavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Abhya Yantara Shuchihi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. Now we repeat the process onto the right hand. 1 drop of water. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Purify your hand. Om Apavitra Pavitrava Savavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksha Abhya Yantara Shuchihi. Last time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Some pools of water developing on the floor. Om Madhavaya Namaha. That's the final time. Om Apavitra Pavitrava Savavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Abhya Yantara Shuchihi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. This mantra means that having passed through all conditions of life, whether one is pure internally, externally, or impure, then if one remembers the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who has lotus eyes, still one remains a pure person, a devotee. So now we will put on the neck beads. If you have first initiates, if you have someone to help you take off your old neck beads and put on your new neck beads, you please ask them to come and do that now. Shri Prindayai Tulasi Devai Priyai Kesavasicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satchavacha Namo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulasi Devai Priyai Kesavasicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satchavacha Namo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulasi Devai Priyai Kesavasicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satchavacha Namo Namaha. So the neck beads should always be worn. This is the uniform of the devotee, and protect you from all inauspiciousness. Keep your body pure. And now the spiritual master, His Holiness Janananda Maharaj, will speak and give a lecture, and this is the most important part of the ceremony, to hear from the Guru. Without the blessings of the spiritual master, we cannot progress to Krishna by our own effort. So if you can just If you can turn and face Guru Maharaj, then we will
When they're
continue.
ready.
When you're ready.
They're not quite ready.
Hare Krishna.
What is it? Is it correct there? It doesn't look too round.
There's a bit hanging down
Yeah,
at
it's
you.
all kind of tangled up around the back there.
If you lift up your flap. Meanwhile.
Om Janakinandasya Gananjana Shlakaya Chakshurnatam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Bhistam Stapita
Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadati Swapadantikam
Nama Om Vishnu Varaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskachare Sakarine Jaya Sri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So welcome everybody. Maybe some of the ladies, I don't know if there's any more ladies coming, but you definitely have a little bit more room than the men. Men are standing out in the corridor there. Maybe some, I don't know, some at the back can make a little arrangement to move over a little bit, ladies.
Fill in all the blank spaces.
Please don't take it wrongly, but you know there are because they've got the yogi here, so a quarter of their space is already taken up, or more. Hare Krishna. Please try to give some more room for the Prabhus who are standing outside. It's a nice, homely atmosphere. Today is a privilege to be here after so long. Just a minute, I'm just going to defuse my mobile.
All mobiles on silent, please.
It's a very special day, not just because you're all here, which makes it very special, and it's a very special festival today. The glorious event of welcoming and bringing devotees into the family of Srila Prabhupada's Iskcon, into the Parampara. 7 devotees today are taking Nam Diksha. 1 is taking Mantra Diksha, and I think 3 devotees, I don't know what everyone's names. What's your name, Prabhu?
Avyanga Das.
Pardon?
Avyanga Das.
Avyanga?
Das.
Das. Good. Das. Avyanga Das, Prabhu. Who is your Guru Maharaj?
His Holiness Gopal Krishna.
Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Are you sitting in for second initiation yajna today?
Just the young.
Just the yajna. And also on the yajna day, Krishna Gopal Prabhu is with us.
Put your hand up.
Hare Krishna. Put your hand up. And he's disciple of Mahavishnu Swami, will be coming tonight. And on the left side here is Lochan Das Thakur.
Jai.
He's a disciple of myself, and he's sitting in also on the yajna. And unknown to most of you, in Saffron here, coming from Germany with his team, for the Brahmachari convention is Vedasara Prabhu.
Haribo.
He's a disciple of Padambakana Maharaj.
Jai.
But he took first, and he's taking second initiation today. And then the other devotees sitting here today are candidates for first initiation. Is that correct? Yeah. So we're going to today, because today is also a very, very significant day. And in one sense, the initiation or the entry into our movement, the foundation. We have very little time. We can talk on the usual subjects of the holy name, etc. But today we're going to focus on the event which took place 59 years ago today, and that is on the Vedic calendar. That is the incorporation of Iskcon. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And so this is a significant part, you could say, of Srila Prabhupada's mission. There are many times when he refers to the fact he never necessarily he didn't really know what the outcome would be. He was just depending on his spiritual master's order. whether or not it was a success or a failure, whether the people would accept him at all, whether he could stay in America. So many factors, his health, so many factors were involved. And, you know, now we see all over the world, here in Soho Street, so many wonderful devotees of all nations, all backgrounds, coming to take shelter. This is the purpose of Iskcon, is to give shelter at the lotus feet of Guru and Gauranga. So the incorporation, although at the time it may have seemed to be somewhat insignificant, at that time in 1966, in July, I don't know what you were doing. You probably don't know either. As many of you were not in the body you're kind of in right now. You know what I mean? We have done. Those who were, I know exactly what I was doing at that moment. You believe it or not? It was the World Cup, and England were winning the World Cup. I will never forget it. And I happened to be in Germany at the time.
Wow.
Germany. And that was it. The two were battling with each other. It was intense. We had no idea. We thought that was the most important thing in the universe. England. We had no idea. Yeah, we have to get this online. Put the first one on first, please. It's moved somewhat, somehow. We had no idea what was going on in New York, and neither did hardly anyone else, except for a handful of young boys and girls in New York who didn't know what was going on either. And what's the point of starting? Prabhupada said, so we can become tax exempt. There's no money to be tax exempt from. No one had any money. There was hardly enough money to, buy the daily apple. There was nothing. A few young boys and girls dressed in jeans at that time, and that was it. T-shirts, jeans. They put their joint out or whatever they were smoking as they came in. That's what it was like. We forget this sometimes. We take it for granted sometimes. What Prabhupada went through. What he did for the world. Only one practically in the whole world who has done this. That's Srila Prabhupada. And there, of course, this is a picture, I hope, of Srila Prabhupada giving initiation in Los Angeles, which was really where the movement really kind of mushroomed in many ways. From LA, and many famous persons on that picture, of course. We're going to have to move on. There's no time to discuss much. We've got 10 minutes left.
You could take your time.
Okay, I've got the permission of the chief priest to speak a little longer, irrelevant of the temple management. Okay?
He agrees.
Overridden. Okay. This, by the way, it looks like snow, and it is snow. It's not cotton wool. This is a winter scene in no other place than New York. And that little supermarket is called the West End Superette. You can see it there. You can get fancy meats there also, and vegetables. That's where Prabhupada was going in 1965 in the winter. And to begin on his own, he'd walk there to buy a few spices and a few little bits and pieces with whatever few little $1 or $2 that he had from different sources. So that's what it was like when Prabhupada was completely alone in the world. Nobody in India was really, he had friends and they were writing a little bit, but nobody was with him really. Of course, we know that Krishna and his spiritual master were always with him. But externally, he was alone, completely alone. And there he is, after being on that uptown New York, he then moved to the Bowery. And that's the Bowery door to his apartment. He was living on the 5th floor. He had to walk up and down stairs with no lights, practically. On the roof, in the attic. He was living in the attic with a young man who had an attraction for drugs. And many times it was really difficult. Prabhupada was staying alone there on the floor. He had no furniture. He had nothing materially speaking. His firm faith in his spiritual master and in the holy name. And that's the front door. There were generally lots of that area, Bowery in New York, at that time was the lowest area of New York, practically. Most of the alcoholics used to live there. You know, street bums, I don't know what you call them here. They would lie on the floor. Prabhupada had to practically climb over them to get in. They didn't get up. And that's him sitting there. You can look, he looks, I don't know, you can judge yourself. Sullen, a little bit, you know, sober, serious. That's him in the Bowery on the left side. This is what it was like. There were no initiates. There were nobody even chanting. He was alone. And Prabhupada wrote in March the 6th, according to the Mayapur Panjika, that's the calendar, today is Adivas Day of Gopurnim. Devotees at Vrindavan and Navadvipa are enjoying the celebration. I am here alone, without any devotee companion. But I have come here to serve the Lord, and not for personal happiness. We sometimes think Krishna consciousness is for my happiness. That may be a neophyte mentality, but it's not. It's for the pleasure of the Lord. I am prepared to live in hell, even if I am able to serve the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted that his mission should be propagated all over the world, and that is my objective. I do not mind the inconvenience personally felt. Yeah. Think about it. There's Prabhupada. They're not necessary pictures of that time, but when he was alone in New York, walking the streets of New York, different scenes. Another one. People, I mean, there's nobody like him in the whole of the Western world. You know, white shoes and shaved head and paint on the forehead and whatever people thought. You know, wearing strange robes. Nobody was doing that. Prabhupada didn't compromise for us. On July the 1st, this is interesting. Actually, you know, Prabhupada started his regular lectures, of course, and slowly building up, but nothing serious. But he actually termed it, although we hear different things, but he actually addressed it as the International Society for God Consciousness at that time. Later he changed it to Krishna Consciousness. He called them the initiation lectures. They were initiation, bringing people in to Krishna consciousness, not just the formal initiation of today, but the actual connection, to connect everyone with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with the holy name. Today I entered the new house at 26 2nd Avenue, rear portion room, B1. Prabhupada used to keep a record every day. He kept a diary. It's called The Beginning. There were two diaries, Jaladuta diary, and then much later, it's just maybe a decade ago, this other diary was found. Well, it wasn't found, the devotee actually revealed it to the world. He'd been keeping it a secret for like 40 years. And he revealed it. It's called The Beginning. It puts a new light on many of the things that we hear. So he'd keep a date, even the moonset, the sunset. He used to keep a record of every penny he received, every cent that he spent, every person who came, everything, every letter he received, everything. Today I entered the new house, 26 2nd Avenue. We all have heard of 26 2nd Avenue, recently renewed. Rear portion, that's the room Prabhupada stayed in the building behind. For my purpose, it all good, this is Prabhupada's writing. I do not why Krishna, it should be do not know in terms of understanding, why Krishna is trying to establish me in New York. I am his servant's servant, and therefore let his desire be fulfilled through my agency. This is the, you could say, the underlying factor of our constitution, is that we're servants of the servant's servant. Taking shelter in Iskcon means we're becoming the servant of the servant. We're not becoming a master. We should already be in that mood. It's the mood of service. We want to serve. Prabhupada was willing to serve in hell. Of course, he did say London was hell. But you've made it Vrindavan, I see here. You've turned it into Vrindavan.
He was talking about the weather.
Well, yes and no. I was in the room. Someone asked if Bhagavad Gita is spoken in hell. And Prabhupada said, yes, we are speaking here in London. Krishna Vesh, if you know. Krishna Vesh. What's his name? Indriyesh's wife.
Yeah.
She asked, he was 16 years old at the time she asked that question. Just joined him. Let his desire be fulfilled through my agency. That's the whole essence of the Bhagavad Gita is nimitta matra savyasava sachin, that to become an instrument of the will of the Lord. That's our constitution. We're fighting against it most of the time. That's matchless gifts. Now it's not, I'm sorry, I did this late last night, so pictures are not always so clear. Matchless gifts. That's the front entrance, 1966, I guess. Lovely picture painting of Panchatattva. I think Jadharani did. And that's the room, a building on the upper left side where Prabhupada used to stay. And that's not necessarily there. That's actually walking, that building on the corner of 2nd Avenue, and that's where the rows were. They've just moved, that's 67. So we're going to read now, because it's a short time, something which is fundamental. What is the purpose of this movement? We just talked about the individual soul's constitution. So this is the constitution of the movement, which Prabhupada said, basically, Iskcon is like, like his body, practically speaking. We say it's a vehicle, but it's also the Sangha. It's also the shelter, the society, the eternal atmosphere. He's creating that atmosphere. So this constitution of Prabhupada's, he put this was on July the 7th. This was submitted to the lawyer. What's his name? Goldsmith, I think. I think his name was Goldsmith. Prabhupada had this submitted. It's a little different than the incorporation document. And from the constitution document of Srila Prabhupada's, the lawyer, or maybe one or two others, I don't know, formulated the incorporation document. Some things are left out. Now I'm going to read it because I really feel it is very important for all of us to have this understanding what Prabhupada's purposes are. What our purposes should be if we want to be that instrument, if we want to be that servant of the servant, we should know what our master wants. We shouldn't always be asking, demanding. Give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. I want this, I want that. I don't like this, I don't like that. This is the baby material life mentality. The material world, everyone's doing that. We're supposed to change. It may be painful, but if we're not willing to take on a little pain for the service of Srila Prabhupada and his mission, it's going to be difficult to advance. It'll be really slow. Look what Prabhupada went through. So we're going to move forward. So these are the objectives. Prabhupada, this is Prabhupada's way. It says 3 because 1 and 2 just say this is the International Society of Krishna Consciousness. Its world headquarters is in New York. That was the only place they had. And he was the only devotee, really. I mean, others didn't know what they were doing, He just said, sign this. They didn't know what on earth they were signing. He got 11 young boys and girls. Some of them never came back again after signing, to become the first, members of the society or trustees like that, Had no idea what they were doing. But Prabhupada did, and he started there and then. And here they are. Some of this fits in with the incorporation document, almost the word, but much of it doesn't. A, to educate the greater human society in the techniques of spiritual life as the basis for a balanced psychic and biological development. Now, a very interesting wording, huh? This is Prabhupada's wording. And thereby achieve for the first time in human society, a real peace and unity among the contending forces in the world today. That's what Prabhupada wrote. What you see in the Incorporation Day document is not different, but it's, there's some things a little bit different. It is a little different. B, to propagate the sense of Godhead, the all-attractive personality of primal and eternal form, as he himself revealed in his own words in the Bhagavad Gita, the holy scripture of the Lord Sri Krishna, the Godhead. C, to bring together individuals in a society, regardless of nationality and irrespective of creed or caste, in order to develop a nearness to the Godhead, and thereby the idea that within the members and humanity at large, there is an infinitesimal soul, spirit, that is part and parcel in quality with the Godhead, and that all life is meant for the satisfaction of said Godhead, the Supreme Soul. That's the third one. The fourth, we don't have time to talk, but we just run through them. To encourage the teachings of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who demonstrated practically the transcendental process of approaching the absolute personality of Godhead by his acts of congregational chanting of the holy name of God, a process known as Sankirtan. 5. To prove by active work and preaching that Lord Sri Krishna is the only enjoyer of all the outcomes of individual and collective sacrifice, penance, meditation, arts, culture, science, because he is the supreme proprietor of the whole universe, eternally a part of him. Everyone knows him as a friend. Real peace can be attained when this is realized in fact. Of course, that's more or less the translation of the famous verse in the Bhagavad Gita, 5:29. Uktaram Yoga Tapasam. 6. To assist whenever and wherever possible in the building of a social structure on the real foundation of spiritual progress and establishment of peace and unity between men throughout the world. 7. To attempt to save men individually from the chain of victimization the ongoing trend in modern civilization operates by in the name of ideologies of false sentiment, so that man may again be a free soul to act and live freely with spiritual vision. This is possible by individual spiritual initiation, Diksha, when a man can see everything in Godhead and Godhead in everything. Please remember that, those who are sitting at the ceremony today to accept Diksha. What Prabhupada says, you see everything in God and God in everything. To further toward realization this highest truth, as revealed by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the 6 Goswamis, headed by Srila Rupa and Sanatan Goswamis. Then the next, I don't know what number 9 or something. To have for its objectives, amongst the others, 4 principles which the Goswamis had in view. They are the following. 4 principles. It's interesting. They follow akin with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions to them. Prabhupada had the same mission. To erect a holy place of transcendental pastimes, as well as a place where members of the Lord Sri Krishna can flourish. To propagate all over the world in the form of missionaries the process of devotion, the transcendental service to the Godhead, and to make known that this devotional service is the main function of the human being. 3. In order to accomplish this, to adopt proselytizing methods of peaceful means, and to establish a broader society of association for all members, including scholars and admirers, to engage in this service as put forth in Srimad Bhagavatam. 4. To install wherever it is possible the worship and temple of Radha and Krishna, and that of Sri Chaitanya, and to give facility to everyone to become trained in the modes of archan, or preparatory principles of devotional service. We're on to the next point now. Those are 4 of that previous point. The next one. To introduce to the members of the society and humanity at large a simpler and more natural purpose in life by means suitable to the particular place and time, and as enjoined in Bhagavad Gita. Next one. To organize educational programs such as classes and lecture tours, and to institute services such as mailing for the benefit of the members of society and humanity at large. Now we have, of course, social media. So much could be said. To publish periodicals, books, and or pamphlets in all important languages in order to reach human society and give an opportunity to same, to communicate with the society. Next one. To invoke the quality of goodness, particularly in every member of the society, individually, by the process of Diksha. Again, Diksha. By establishing one in the status of a Brahmin, good and intelligent men, on the basis of truthfulness, knowledge, and faith in the transcendental service of the Lord. Big subject. Next one. Among the secondary objectives of the society, it shall undertake the following activities, and this we don't usually hear about. There are more which Prabhupada had in his League of Devotees. He had other points which he wanted to establish, but this is what he wrote in America. 1. To revive the scientific system of social orders of classification based on intelligence, martial spirit, productivity, and common assistance, generally known as the 4 castes, with reference to quality and worth for the common cause of world society. We don't see that in the incorporation document. Varna Ashram. 2. To discharge as a matter of course the vitiated system of supremacy of one man over another by false prestige of birthright or vested interests. 3. To popularize the vegetable grain diet under approved methods in order that full value of protein, carbohydrate, fat, and vitamin benefit may be derived therefrom. So that's what Prabhupada wrote in his constitution, and the incorporation document basically followed it, but many things were not quite the same, or were not there at all. For various legal reasons we can understand too. But we shouldn't forget what Prabhupada wrote at the same time. That's what he wrote. So our time is really running and we have to move along. I'm sorry, we can't give much of a initiation lecture today, but you have to yourself. You can listen to so many wonderful lectures of Srila Prabhupada and others on this subject matter. Very serious responsibility. We are taking the responsibility to become those instruments of Srila Prabhupada to spread this mission all over the world. I'm taking one position as an instrument, you're taking another. Same principle, isn't it? To change. That's what humility means. We don't change. We take what comes down through the parampara. Truthfulness means to be, what is truth? It is relative and absolute. Prabhupada, I was listening, funny enough, on the lecture we were listening to this morning, Prabhupada said, truthfulness means to know the absolute truth and to be full in the truthfulness. To be full of knowledge of the absolute truth, not this so-called truthfulness of this world. Relative truth based on the modes of nature. No, but based on the absolute knowledge of Bhagavatam. That's real truth. To distinguish truth from illusion, reality from illusion. We should know who we are. We should know the basic understanding of what we exist for. We exist for one reason only, to bring pleasure to Krishna. That's why we exist. It's not why the body exists, why we, the soul, exist. The body is an instrument to help us to do that and to realize it. We'll just move on. A couple more slides. This is, again, not a very good quality, but this is a picture of what it was like in 2nd Avenue. It was also very crowded on special occasions. Prabhupada speaking. You can recognize Brahmananda Prabhu there, Gargamuni Prabhu there, Jadharani Mataji there, maybe some others, I don't know. But at least they're there. I don't know who the others are. And the famous picture, how Srila Prabhupada said that this movement really took off when they started chanting in public and in Tompkins Square Park. Many of you have been there in that holy place. It's like the sermon in the park. Srila Prabhupada. So, looks a bit like Soho Square. That's another history. And there he is, alone amongst the crowds, more or less. People gathered around, chanting and talking a little bit about Krishna consciousness. Regarding incorporation of our Iskcon centers, we want to run all our centers as non-profit religious organizations. That is the main point. Keeping this point in view, too much official control is not good in spiritual life. The center should remain spiritually fit and independent. Some control must be there, as is now. Too much control means so many vouchers. Gradually, it will become a mundane institution. All our managers should be spiritually advanced, simply and honest in carrying out the orders of the spiritual master and Krishna. That would be a nice standard. Democracy in spiritual affairs is not at all good, but breeds power politics. We should be careful about power politics. Our only aim should be that each and every devotee is full full dedicated to Krishna, then things will go nicely. He left Karanda Prabhu in 73. He was the leading manager in Iskcon at that time. And tomorrow is the glorious festival of Ratha Yatra, another one of Prabhupada's dreams, here in London, and there is a picture. Now that goes back to a long time ago. It must be 74, I think, because it's not 73 and it's definitely not 72. Subhag Maharaj is there, Subhag Prabhu, Hari Krishna Das is there, I can see Bajahari there, Leela Shakti is there, Narahara is there, and a few others I recognize on that picture. But Subhag Maharaj left for India, probably in 75. So I reckon that's 74. And you can see the crowd? Yeah. And about half of them are white-skinned. You know what that is? Yeah. You can see the crowd was pretty big. And that's only a little bit of it. You can see they're packed. There's a fence around there. That's why there are little spaces there. And they're packed all the way around left and right. A lot of people. I would say more than now. So let's build it up. Ratha Yatra. Of course, you have many Ratha Yatras, and it's fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. All over the country. 30, 40, I don't know how many. 44, what a name. 4 times 11. There are 11 devotees sitting around the Kund today. My first initiation was 11. There were 11 initiates at Prabhupada's first initiation. There were 11 trustees. Special number 11. Hare Krishna. Okay. We will then thank you all very much. I apologize. We're not speaking much about the actual normal initiation subject. But I think we've got to have our roots in place, isn't it? If you don't have your roots in place, the plant will not grow. We have to understand what our business is. And Prabhupada has chalked it out with Markandeya Bhagavat Dharma and his constitution. Markandeya Bhagavat Dharma gives the mood to implement the constitution. They're like the root constitution. Everything else is a detail that comes and goes. There he is. Is he coming in for the initiation?
Yeah, he's ready. Just asking if he knows who he is.
Move.
Yeah, I'm sorry everybody. We've got
So-
to make a little space.
So hands up who's getting first. Yes, so you have to leave that bead bag with someone else. So when you get your beads, there's a little bit more of the ceremony to go. So you put them around your neck, double up. And then one at a time you'll come. You offer obeisance to Srila Prabhupada and to the deities, and then to Gurudev, and then you'll say the vows. Now, has anyone got their parents here? Anyone? Relatives?
Yes, they do.
Yes. So you should pay obeisances.
Don't be shy, yeah.
You should, hands up parents, mommy, daddy. You should pay obeisance to your mother and father before Srila
All
Prabhupada.
done about, so you got the whole temple. Everybody else is going to get out.
Okay, so we'll start 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 ladies. The ladies first.
Yes, 4. Okay, so we'll start like in the physical order of proximity. Okay, so you're going first. Okay, you pay your obeisances and then we'll start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, I see. So then you should all 3 start your obeisances. Just do it from a distance. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
If we can speed it up, there we go. Speed it up a little bit.
We're doing fine.
Neha first, Neha first. Others
Oh,
can
sit,
a
sit
little
in
distance.
front, sit, face Guru Dev, face
Hare
Guru Dev.
Krishna. Okay, make sure you're as nervous as possible, please. No, not Neha. Who's it? Hema. Hema first. Hema first. Hema. Hare Krishna. Oh, Hema, your parents are also here, is that right? In-laws are here, and your husband is here, and your children are here. Where are they all? Are they in view? They're way out in the back
Wave.
there. There they are. Some of you know Mahaprabhu Prabhu from South London.
Haribo.
And his two beautiful children. Here we have Prahlad and Kalindi. And your parents are here. Where are they? Oh, your parents-in-law. There they are. Where's your boy? Here he is, Navanita.
Yeah.
They're here today to bless their daughter-in-law. Thank you all for coming. So, Hema, do you have any idea what the 4 regulated principles are?
Nice and loud.
Want to give you the mic? No. Can you say it loud? Okay.
I vow to never eat meat, no intake any intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling.
Is that okay, everybody?
Yes.
You all ready?
What is with the fish and the eggs?
No fish, no eggs. Thank you for reminding us. You're not Bengali, are you? No. Oh, wait. Oh, unless there's another one of the regulated principles, you got a 5th one here.
No,
Okay, how many rounds a day?
a minimum of 16 rounds.
Minimum 16 rounds. Does she pass the test?
Haribo.
So we thought of a very nice name, then she told me, don't, whatever you do, give me that name. There's another devotee in our community with the same name. So I'm not going to give that name, don't worry. But you have a beautiful name. The name Hema refers to Radharani. So how can we change that? We're not going to exactly change it. We're going to make it a little bit more servant of Radharani, you could say. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, we're very privileged today. We've known Emma and her husband, Mahaprabhu, and his parents for quite a long time, many decades. And it's also their 10th wedding anniversary today, is that right? Pretty auspicious, am I correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're testing me now, isn't it? I don't get it right. 10th wedding, congratulations, Mahaprabhu Prabhu. Is he still there? There he is. Wonderful. Throughout their whole life, they're going to serve each other wonderfully in Prabhupada's movement. So your name is Hema Manjari Devidasi.
Hema Manjari Devidasi ki.
We have a 5-minute kirtan after each devotee. It's a nice idea, but at the time it's a little short. We're already late. So, Alexandra has been serving here at Soho Street for quite some time, and from Ukraine. Very humble, very reserved, but very sincere in her service to the deity. She's a seamstress. She loves to make dresses for the deity and flower arrangements, am I correct? I wanted to give a name related to that, but Adi Guru Prabhu came, so I couldn't do it. The first one was at a turn off because of your wife. What's her name?
Archana Devi.
Yeah, Archana Devi. What to do? Hare Krishna. So, what are the 4 regulated principles? Do you know?
No eating meat, eggs, fish, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illegal sex.
Very good. And how many rounds a day?
Minimum 16.
Minimum 16 rounds. Very nice. So I thought of another name beginning with A. Usually I give names, but not always, but usually with the same name, letter. So a name of one of Prabhupada's first disciples is also a name of Radharani, which means she's very steady, very reliable. It's also a name of a famous star in the universe. It's also a name of the wife of Vasishtha Muni. So your name is the wife of one of our most famous devotees and one of my dear friends who, I don't know, right from the word go in 1972, had a very sweet relationship. He was Prabhupada's Sanskrit scholar. Who knows his name?
Pradyumna.
Pradyumna. I'm not giving you a name, Pradyumna, don't worry. But his wife, your name is Arundhati Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Now, Mother Krishna, she's from a Gujarati background in the Ballava Sampradaya. Her family are either Iskcon or Ballava Sampradaya, is that right? They're all devotees of Krishna, and they worshipped baby Krishna from their birth. Very pious family. And her name's Krishna, a derivative of Krishna. And they live in, her and her husband. Where's your husband? Is he here? There he is. There he is. We normally know him as Rahul, but we're here something different today. Secret will be revealed. And Krishna is an emergency doctor in the hospital. You have quite a serious responsibility, is it correct? Very serious. And now you become a spiritual doctor. The world is in an emergency, there's an urgency. We have to deliver this message. And her husband, Siksha Guru, who's guided them completely in their Krishna consciousness in Iskcon. Atma Prabhu is behind the column there. He's hiding behind the column. Put your hand up, Atma Prabhu. Not many devotees will know you necessarily. And still they can't see your hand. You'll have to be a little bit more visible there. There he is. You can see the hand. There's a body behind the hand. Atma Prabhu, a wonderful god brother from the UK, who has been guiding you, inspiring you, and I hope will continue. And I want you to continue to take his guidance, please. He is your guru. Okay, I'm just acting on, basically assisting him in his service to Prabhupada, and whatever else you wish to take from there. So, Krishna, do you know what the 4 regulated principles are?
No meat eating, no fish or eggs.
Put the mic to your mouth.
No meat eating, no fish or eggs, and
No eating microphones. Okay.
no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex.
She passed the test? Wonderful. They're a wonderful couple. And very, very much. They love to do rathayatras and whatever preaching they can do. They love to preach. How many rounds a day?
Minimum 16 rounds.
Minimum 16. If you can chant more on the Kadashi, everybody, that's really good. So I had probably the most difficulty. There were 2 devotees that had the most difficulty with, knew he names come up from within. But these were the 2 most difficult. And yours only came up this morning. And I hope it stays up forevermore. Because I was thinking, you're so attached to Krishna in his baby form. And there's the names of many of them I've already given. So I chose a name. Prabhupada gave this name to one disciple, maybe 2, one lady particularly. So I chose a very unusual name of baby Krishna. So your name is Lala Gopal Devi Dasi. happy with that. Are you okay? You sure you're okay with that? Right, okay. You can tell me afterwards. Hare Krishna, thank you. And now we have
Next three.
Neha. Oh. She's known to most of you here in this community, I think. Neha being the daughter of Dina Dayal. Where's Dina Dayal? There he is, right behind her. Where's your wife? Where is she? There she is, right behind you. Good line here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your sister? A sister? Wow. Wonderful. So thank you all for coming. It's so wonderful to have a family in Krishna consciousness, isn't it? So nice. Whole family come. So Neha is a short, well, it's a Gujarati. She told me it's the Gujarati for Sneha. You know the word Sneha? Loving affection, huh? It's intense loving affection. Sneha. And what are you doing besides playing kirtan? Nothing. She loves kirtan. Loves kirtan. And, okay, you're working yet? Still studying? Still. What are you studying? Look it up. Okay. What are you doing?
Studying for psychology.
That's unusual. Computer, now they have to have a psychologist for the computers. She's a computer psychologist. It probably comes to that, you know. Trained up computers being psychologists for other computers. Computer psychology, interesting. Hare Krishna. So, Neha loves kirtan. How many regulated principles are there?
4.
4, okay, good. What are they?
No meat eating, including fish and eggs, onion, garlic. No intoxication.
Onion and garlic. Notice that? No onion, no garlic. Okay. What about chocolate? No chocolate. Oh dear. Change the priest. Gotcha. I know I get you. Change the president. That's one of those on the borderline subject matters. But not. I asked Jai Vedamas, he's writing a book on the 4 regulative principles. I was talking to him last year. I said, Maharaj, what's your take in this book on chocolate? He said, we don't mention it. Anyway, I'm glad everyone's taking it with a light heart. But it's good if you don't need to. I haven't taken chocolate unless someone's poisoned me over the last 54 years. Sometimes it comes into something unknowingly. What to do? Hare Krishna. Mushrooms?
No.
No mushrooms. That's another, a little bit more distant from the borderline, but there are circumstances where Prabhupada did even special appreciation. Okay, and how many rounds a day?
No.
Huh?
Yeah, finish the principles. You only did 1.
Oh, you missed one out.
No intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling.
Oh, very good. That's okay. Thank you very much. You got me back. Good. And how many rounds a day?
And I promise to chant a minimum of 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mantra every day, and 25 at Nikadashi.
Oh my goodness.
Very well.
Very heavy. And if possible, please, don't forget the beads. The beads. You know the beads? We don't give clickers yet. Or mobile phones with those apps on them. I've seen those with app phones. Beads, please. It rhymes. Beads, please. Much as you can. There may be exceptions, but as much as possible. So, hold the kirtan for a few more seconds. So it's funny, I drew up a short list. I usually, names that come to my heart or on. It's great, we're having a kirtan in the background. This is really auspicious. Is that a mobile phone or is that an actual kirtan? Mobile, very nice. An old kirtan, I think something like 60s. You need somebody turn it off. Well done, well done. So a short list, and then somehow or another it came down to a very, very short list yesterday to one name. And your name is, and there might be a little bit added on the end, because I want it to be a name of Radharani. specifically is the name of Radharani, which means she has eternal blissful pastimes. Your name is Nitya Leela Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna.
And you can add Radha on the end to make sure it is Radha we're talking about there. Nitya Radha Devi Dasi.
The beads around your neck.
Now the Prabhus are
The
coming.
beads around your neck.
All those three Prabhus who are taking first vows of first initiation, if they pass the test, then they may be receiving their initiation beads and names.
Hare Krishna, Hare
And
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, boys. Who's first? Who's going to be first? Who's going to be first? Well, I guess the order we're in, we'll leave it like that.
Yes.
Here we have, known to many of you, and serving here in Soho Street Temple. Originally body from Malaysia. Malaysia, I spent 12 years, 15 years serving there. He's from Chinese background, as you probably know, those who are familiar. And dedicating himself. Where's dear Odata Prabhu? Is he here? Is he a good boy? He's not eating mushrooms, is he? Wonderful devotee. Very good cook, I've heard.
Very, very.
Actually, I haven't heard. I have tasted his cooking on many an occasion. He's very good, especially Chinese cooking. Very, very expert. And very good at pasta. Very good at pasta. And other things too. And what other service do you like to do? Oh, he's also websites. You like doing a lot of website works, huh? Social media preacher. Very nice. Wonderful enthusiasm, jolly face, and what are the 4 regulated principles, Wajun?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, about never take meat eating, fish
No
and egg.
meeting?
No meat eating.
No meeting. Good idea, no meeting. You can have sadhu sangha meetings, Shastri meetings. This is good.
No meat eating, no fish and eggs, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication.
Is that good enough? How many rounds a day?
Vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds daily of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Very good. When we say 16 rounds, it kind of really means the beads, doesn't it? I mean, 16 rounds of the beads, so as much as possible. So your name was one of the, I suppose, one of the easier names, because I was forced by public opinion on this one. And I'm in Soho Street, so I can't become too unpopular. And he's on social media, so we have to bear that in mind, you know. And I think that many devotees have already been familiar with this, but I've already got one of them, and there's only a few of them in London, so we had to do a little bit different. So we're privileged on behalf, in every case, of course, we're trying to be an instrument to Srila Prabhupada as best we can. Imperfect that we are, we try our best to try to represent Srila Prabhupada. And this is one of the desires of Srila Prabhupada, this movement spread, and his disciples take on that responsibility of helping him to spread it in many ways. So your name, I'm sure everybody already knows. Well, not everybody, but many of the audience know. two microphones. I was wondering why I was having difficulty. When you're a fighter, you're with bows and arrows, you definitely need two hands, you know. Yeah. Oh! You didn't get it quite right. Your horses. Even if you're with the reins, you need two hands. Your name is Arjuna Sakadas. That's a friend of Arjuna. It's the name of Krishna, but it's Arjuna. You remember Arjuna. Call him Arjuna. From Wejun to Arjun. Now we're privileged on behalf of Srila Prabhupada also with Himanshu Prabhu. Himanshu Prabhu, all the local devotees know him very well. I don't know if you know Himanshu Prabhu. You know him? He has a little hut. He lives in the forest. Lives in the forest with the deer and the birds. He lives in a tiny little hut in North London, isn't it? Somewhere in Watford, a little forest near Watford somewhere. And a very, very kind and gentle soul. Is your good wife here?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you, Sita Balabi? Where are you? There she is. I don't know if you're going to approve this name. I didn't ask you before. You'll be okay. You'll be okay, won't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever. Oh, there you are. Whatever name I give is okay. All right, I haven't given it yet. So. Himanshu Prabhu, who's great support here in Soho Street and at the Manor, both places. Loves to serve. Isn't it? You like to serve? You like to serve devotees?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. What are the four regulated principles?
No gambling, no meat eating, no illicit sex, and no intoxication. No fish, no eggs.
No fish, no eggs. Is that okay? Dayamore Prabhu, you're his mentor, I believe. He's passed the test. How many rounds a day?
Minimum 16 rounds, Maharaj,
Very
of Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Jai, very good. Not around the block. If you want to play golf, you can play golf in his back garden. Just walk through the forest and you get to the golf course. It's only a small forest, by the way. So, this was the most interesting and I would say thought-provoking of all the names in many ways. Qualities. I like to give names which are related somewhat to qualities also. And I like to give names beginning with the same letter, but in this case, maybe the qualities, but not the letter, are taken into account. And anyway, we could go on and on and on in that regards. Every devotee has wonderful qualities, we just have to bring them out. Every devotee. Sometimes we're endowed materially with a little bit more on the surface, but we have to be careful that we use them properly in Krishna's service. So I thought of a name which is a general name which covers just about every other aspect, all the qualities of a pure devotee of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada is an embodiment of all good qualities, spiritual qualities, and everything else. So I thought of a name which would encompass all of those various factors, the behavior, the desire to serve, the qualities, and so on, and Srila Prabhupada. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, we'd like to give you the name Vaishnav Das. Sita Balabi, is that too much? You sure it's okay? Thank you so much. Sita Balabi is known wonderful, wonderful devotee. Dedicated to her family. And your children are here too. Where are they? Both of you are here? Where's your brother? Is he here? On the floor. Oh, there you are up in the air. Haribol, both with us today. two wonderful sons. And is this last? Last but not least, another Siksha disciple of Atma Prabhu and the beloved husband of Lal Gopal Devi Dasi, alias Krishna. And you're in engineering, software engineering? Fiber optics? Engineers. Okay. Sounds pretty far out. I don't know what that is. Something to do with the eyes, I guess. Optics. And the same thing, nothing extra to say. They're a wonderful couple, love to assist in any way possible the devotees. They live near Southampton in a town called Romsey. I call it Ramsey. And the ocean of Lord Ram. It's known to me in my childhood. My mother was from near there. And yes, they've come all the way up this morning. They're coming up again tomorrow morning. So what are the four regulated principles?
No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex, no fish and eggs, no onion and garlic.
Okay, great. How many rounds a day on your beads?
Minimum 16 rounds on beads of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Wonderful. And as I said before, please continue in the same vein. Work together as long as the Lord allows you to assist Atma Prabhu in his services there in Southampton. The same with all the devotees here. Please assist your temple devotees, the authorities in the temple. It is not an easy thing to manage a temple, I can tell you that. Especially nowadays. Very difficult. Don't do something which will actually impede your advancement. Be humble. Serve the devotees who have been requested to take this responsibility wherever you're from. So we discussed a little bit yesterday about Rahul and his history, didn't we? And I discovered things I didn't know before. Hidden secrets. They're not bad secrets, don't we? They're good secrets. About, his childhood and his name, how he got the name Rahul, and so on. And, we get nicknames when we're kids sometimes. Parents or one of the uncle or someone gives us a name, and that's one of those names. But his actual name is a little different. His actual name is Prabhakaran. Prabhakaran is his actual birth name, family name. So I thought of a name beginning with P. P. Not Prabhupada, that's good. Nice name, but no. Because he told me how he came into attraction. And he's from Tamil Nadu, right? There's a famous temple in Madras. Some of you know that temple. I've been there a few times. Vaishnav temple. It's the most famous Vaishnav temple in Madras. And it's very close to us. It's very close to the Bhagavad Gita. It's very close to this movement. Your name is... who knows? Your name is Partha Sarati Das. Right. His first introduction was this form of Krishna on the chariot as the chariot driver of Arjuna, and Arjuna submitting himself to Krishna. That's what brought him. Okay, we're done.
Jai. His Holiness Janananda Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai! Go Premanandi!
So you just face into the yajna?
Quick question.
Yes.
There are a disciple here of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, of Kadambakana Maharaj, and Mahavishnu Swami Maharaj.
They'll chant their
They'll
pranam
chant the
mantras.
pranam when we get to that point. Okay.
Yes.
They know it.
If you just face into the yajna, now we have to give gratefulness to the parampara. Now you're initiated into the Gaudiya Vaishnav parampara. So we will say the names of the gurus going back to Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. And we'll offer grains and ghee to the Lord in the form of fire. The ghee and grains is the most auspicious items from the earth. So we will offer them in the name of each of the disciplic succession. When you throw the grains, you take with this, like this, or like this, as you like. And that's all. So first of all, we have to invoke the fire and invoke the Lord. We'll chant a few verses from Brahma Samhita. Om Agni Namaha Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govinda Savakadana Karanam Chintamani Prakada Sadma Shukalpa Priksha Lakcha Britesu Surabhira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami Ve Angani Yasya Sikalendriya Britti Manti Pashyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sudujvala Vigrasya Govindamadi Purusam Vedam Kvadantam Adavindarlaya Taksham Bhavatang Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandapakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kala Sadvanamalya Bangsi Ratna Gadam Pranaya Keli Kala Bilasham Yam Sham Tanta Prakasham Govindamadi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay, we'll get ready with the grains now. Yes, please. Om Ajnana, please repeat. Timirandasya, Jnananjana, Shavakaya, Chaksusun Militam Yena, Tasmai, Sri, Gurave, Namaha, Swaha, 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 Shri Chaitanya, Manobhistam, Stapitam, Jaina, Bhutale, Swayam Rupa, Tadamayam, Tadati Swa, Tadantikam, Swaha, Vandeham, Sri Guru, Sri Yutapada Kamalam, Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha, Sri Rupam, Sagajatam, Sagana, Radhanatam Vitam Tam Sajivam, Sadvaitam, Sabadutam, Murijana, Sahitam, Shri Radha Krishna, Padan, Sahagana, Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Now nice and loud, all Janananda Maharaj disciples chant Janananda Maharaj pranams now. Nama. Swaha. Kadamba Kanan Swati. Nice and loud. Swaha. Swaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Swaha. Oh, Vishnu Maharaj, quickly. Swaha, Swaha, Namaste, Saraswati Devi, Gauravani, Prachadine, Nirvishesha, Shunyavadi, Aschacha, Desatadine, Swaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Swaha 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 Shri Vashavanavi Devi Devi Daitayayay Viprapatyayay Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayane Prabhave Namaha Swaha 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 Madhurya Jola Premaja Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Swaha 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 Namaste Gauravani Sri Mutaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruda Apasidanta Vantaharine Swaha Namo Gaura Kishoraya Saksat Vairagya Mutaye Vipralambara Sambode Padambujayate Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Surupaya Rupanuga Varayate Swaha 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 Gaura Vibhava Bhumistvam Nitesta Satjana Priya Vaishnava Savabhoma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha Swaha 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 Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tise Namaha Swaha Panchatattvamakam Krishna Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Namami Bhakti Shaktikam Swaha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Swaha 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 Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanusutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha 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 Jayatam Sudato Pango Mama Mande Gatir Mati Matsavasva Padam Bojo Radha Madana Mohano Swaha Divyat Brindaranya Kalpadrumada Srimad Ratnagara Singha Sanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Deva Kristalivi Sevyamano Smarami Swaha Sriman Rasa Dasadambi Mansivata Tita Stita Kasan Venu Sare Gopir Gopinata Striye Suna Swaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Brahmanya Devaya Namo Brahmanya Devaya O Brahmanya Hitaya Cha O Brahmanya Hitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Place a banana on the fire.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So now, kirtan. Kirtan. Well out of the way. It is customary that everybody aware of this, that the initiates, they will be going around asking for dakshin, which is a part of the process of initiation. So if you're in a position, please reciprocate with them. Hare Krishna. They're going to circumambulate the fire, and after that they'll begin.
Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Jayam Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa. Harivad Gacharya, Vashvatara Sadhsahiti, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Ananta Gopta Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Acharya Shri Haridasa Thakur ki. Prem Singh Ho Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Namo Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar. Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Shri Radha Krishna Gopta Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana ki. Shri Vrindavana Dham ki. Maya Purna Dhama ki. Bhakta Maya ki. Ramana Maya ki. Vasi Deva ki. Bhakti Deva ki. Ramaveka. Sakshvita ki. Vachitanya. Harinama. Sankirtan ki. Shri Vidanga ki. Shri Prabhupada ki. Shri Gauritai ki. Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki. Shri Jagannath Baladev Shivadra ki. Shri Radhavanda Vishwara ki. Shri Prabhupada's Incorporation of Iskcon ki. Go Brahmande! The Pastor coming soon ki. Oh, glorious to the assembly. Oh, glorious to the assembly. Oh, glorious to the assembly. Oh, glorious to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Oh, glorious to Shri Prabhupada.
His Holiness Janata Goswami Maharaj ki. Everybody is welcome for breakfast prasadam down in the restaurant.